Holy shit, this is definitely the best DCEU movie yet. Wonder Woman. So Wonder Woman is the latest DCEU movie starring Gal Gadot, Chris Pine, David Thewlis, Danny Huston, Ewen Bremner, Lucy Davis and Robin Wright. And in this movie we see a young Diana who only wants to save innocent lives. She only wants to do good in the world. And when the pilot crash lands on her island, a hidden island which is only inhabited by women, she hears about this war that is going to end all wars. It's one of the biggest wars going on in the world right now, which is not only killing the lives of those who are actually fighting the war, but also killing a lot of innocent people in the process. And believing that all of this is caused by Ares, the god of war, she takes it upon herself to find him and stop him. And that is basically the plot of this movie. And I was a little bit skeptical of this movie when I was first going into it. I mean, I'd seen the trailer, so I was a little bit excited for it. But each and every other DCEU film, I've always enjoyed them and they've been good movies. None of them have really knocked out of the park. None of them really grabbed me to definitely go and watch it again in the cinema. However, I am so happy to say that this movie is incredible. I absolutely loved this film. First off, Gal Gadot owns the role as Wonder Woman. I mean, there are many other actors out there that could play this part, but I'm so happy that we have Gal Gadot in this role because she brings such emotional depth to the character, and she also kicks so much ass in the action sequences. The action sequences as well were beautifully handled. Patty Jenkinson did an incredible job of directing this film. The movie itself looks beautiful. There's actually colour to this movie. It's not all grey and dull colours. There are some bright colours in there which made it a lot more appealing. And the cinematography for this movie as well is gorgeous. This is a beautiful looking movie. Chris Pine is also fantastic in this movie as well. When you first see him in the trailer you really feel like he's going to be the comic relief, the dumb guy that Wonder Woman's always trying to save. But it's really not like that. Both of his characters can hold their own. I mean, there are two separate parts of this movie where they're both fish out of water type films. When he crash lands on their island, he has no idea how they live, he has no idea what their way of life is. And it's the same when she goes with him to London to help stop the war. She has no idea how we live, she has no idea what we consider to be normal. And in that she sticks out like a sore thumb, which does add a lot of comedy to this film, which genuinely surprised me. I didn't think there'd be as much comedy in this film than there was, let alone every mark hit. Seriously, every comedic moment in this movie hit, not one of them missed. And that is down not only to the excellent writing and the great directing, but also to the actors who are portraying the characters. Their comic timing is incredible. Just Chris Pratt's line after Gal Gadot tells him that she was brought to life by Zeus, and he says, "Well, that's neat." Although I'd seen it in the trailer, I still laughed at it in the movie because it was perfectly well timed. Plus, Chris Pine's character is incredibly charming and you buy their relationship on screen. In fact, because there are moments where they both have to teach each other and learn from each other, they make their own characters stronger, which makes their on-screen relationship more enjoyable and more fun to watch. Also, I've got to talk about the score for this movie by Rupert Gregson-Williams, I believe is how you pronounce his name, because his score was absolutely incredible. So much so that when I got home, I immediately pre-ordered it despite the fact it was coming out the next day. And on the way to rehearsals today and on the way home, I constantly listened to it because it is incredible. Not only did it make the action sequences more intense and more thrilling, but it also gave a lot more of the emotional moments of the film a much heavier impact. Not once did the score feel like it was misplaced or overused in any way. It all worked perfectly for the film and was beautifully composed. There are a few minor issues that I do have with the movie, however, and they're only small issues really. The first one being the villains in this movie. There are multiple villains in the film and all of them do seem a bit dull. There's not really much to their character, there's no depth to them. Although the actors portraying the villains do a good job in the film, although slightly over the top at times, I just feel like there could have been a lot more depth to their characters, and in that created a more memorable villain for the overall movie. But no, the villain's only there purely for Wonder Woman to beat down on him at the end of the film. Granted, it was awesome, badass and entertaining, but I feel like they could have been better had their characters been a bit more developed. Another small issue I have, although the action sequences were incredibly well directed and well handled, there was an overuse of slow motion I thought, and in my personal opinion I do prefer my fight scenes to be quite fast. For me personally, I feel that adds more intensity, more entertainment to the scene. And in that, when the slow motion kept happening, although at first I was okay with it, when they kept using it, it took me out of the movie just a little bit, but it still didn't take away from my overall enjoyment of the film. Because this movie is incredible, and I urge you guys to see it. This is an outstanding movie. It is definitely by far the best DCEU film we've got so far, and it makes me a hell of a lot more excited for Justice League now that I've seen this. Gal Gadot owns the role as Wonder Woman. It's well directed, the cinematography is beautiful, the score is stunning. Honestly guys, there's no other way to say it. Wonder Woman is absolutely spectacular and absolutely deserves 5 stars. So, Wonder Woman, have you guys seen it yet? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks as always for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share the video with your friends, and if you want to see more videos just like this one, then subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks again for watching. You guys are awesome, and I will see you all in the next video.